And Devin and I have enjoyed the start of the Olympics so far this season, but some of the events have had us questioning timing.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So for today's On Our Mind, we asked, should indoor sports be at the Summer or the Winter Olympics, Michael?
Well, should...
Basketball was one of the biggest ones I got, because you know how NBA has its season that starts in the fall and lasts throughout the winter, and then kind of starts to wrap up by spring. I got to remember here. Was it spring or early summer? I can't remember.
Goodness gracious.
I want to say early summer. I think June. Or am I thinking NHL? I'm not sure.
I'm not versed when either of the seasons end. I just know that they're on for a lot of the year whenever I turn the TV
Pretty
on.
much. You have a quick overlap in fall when you have pretty much everything going on. NBA, NHL starting up, and Major League Baseball wrapping up too. You get football starting up too. So anyway,
yeah, there's a lot of sports there, but the question is, yeah, exactly. Where would you put basketball? Does it belong in the Summer Olympics, even though it's in an arena? Should it just be in the Winter Olympics?
I think honestly, even though winter is more for the outdoor and icy type stuff, I mean, I personally think basketball could belong in the Winter Olympics, honestly, just because it's indoors and it's usually played a lot of times, at least here in the U.S., during the winter months. At least the men's basketball is. Now, WNBA, that's a different story.
It's true.
They're playing in the warmer months. But either way, I would still put even both men's and women's basketball in the Olympics and the Winter Olympics.
You know what, Devin? I think I agree with you also because, you know, growing up, when we played basketball in high school and elementary and middle school, you'd always play it in the winter. It was right after football season was wrapped up. You'd play the indoor basketball or wrestling as well. But then it makes the question of, Devin, what about gymnastics? Is gymnastics, should that be a Winter Olympic sport? Is that a summer or winter?
I would keep that. I honestly would keep that one summer, honestly, because I think it gets a little bit trickier there. Because I mean, I don't know, because I don't know, you're running around a lot too, versus like over in gymnastics. But otherwise, if you're running around like on a basketball court versus gymnastics, I mean, sometimes like the ladies have their leotards, the guys have their stuff, and I don't know, like I worry about maybe it being cold in the arena.
That's true.
I don't know.
Thinking about the heating, the heating to heat those arenas may be a lot, but also a lot of people packed in. You know, it's tough to say exactly, but I think basketball, we can agree.
Basketball, I guess gymnastics could be an either or, honestly.
Either or. But it's interesting how they divide them up nonetheless. But that's been on our mind, and I don't know if we came to any sort of great conclusion on this. It's a divisive issue.
I think we agree with basketball. Basketball should be in the winter months. I mean, gymnastics kind of a tomato, I guess you could say that. I mean, it works in the summer months really well. I think it works out better, but I guess it can be winter if need be. I think some places have gymnastics in the winter months, so I guess it kind of depends though.
There you go. But coming up, you can find out how you can paddle, bike, and run this weekend in an exciting triathlon up in Phelps.
But first, Howard is in Mr. Food Test Kitchen with a recipe for slow cooker baked ziti.